up, guys? Welcome to another episode of DailyGray. Good morning, Blossom. Good morning, William. Whinnying at me. So I want to address a couple of things. One, why do almost all of my vlogs, I've been asked this question a couple of times, why do they all start when I start them in the morning with me going out my house and going over to my dogs? So every single day, without fail, 7 days a week, if the dogs are in kennels, if the dogs are in the house, this obviously doesn't happen, but if they're in the kennels, I go out and do morning checks and I go out and do night checks. So every single morning, the first thing I do when I get up, well, my actual morning routine, 1 second. Morning checks, good to go. Good morning, Khaleesi. Good morning, Flak. Still got your corner shame, honestly. You can just kind of see him there. He's just nibbling that thing on his foot, and it gets so close to healing. Just dribbled, Jesus. It gets so close to healing, and then chews it up again. So morning routine is get up, get Lily up, brush my teeth, get showered, get dressed, make coffee, go and do morning checks on the dogs. And I do the morning checks every single morning without fail, rain or shine. It's just the way it is. The other thing I want to address is that I got punched hard in the mouth yesterday, and life reminded me that I am a human being and not a robot. So the day before yesterday, I had a client in all day, and I had Johnny and Shadow in. So I had Sharon in from the academy and Johnny and Shadow in. And it was a really good day and I really enjoyed it. But I said to them about lunchtime, like, I feel a bit ill. I felt a bit dicky. Morning, William. Morning, Blossom. How's it going, bud? And how are you? Yeah, I felt a bit dicky, a bit sick, a bit miserable. Anyway, they left about 6 and I went to bed because I just felt ill, and I woke up at 1 o'clock the next day. So I slept for 18 hours. I felt horrendous. Anyway, towards the end of yesterday, I started feeling a bit better. I still feel a bit groggy now, but hey ho, I'm sure I'll live. To be honest, I think it was just my body telling me to take a fucking break, because I'm not very good at that. And we all know I'm not very good at that, but it is what it is. First thing on the agenda today is a full day client. A full day client with a young dog though, so whether we'll make it through the full day or not is yet to be seen. They're about 2 doors down, they're a bit lost, but I've seen the picture of where they thought I was, and it's a couple of doors that way, so hopefully they'll arrive in a minute. What is this lead doing down here? I think this can go in the bin, you know. It's a bit gammy. It's a bit gammy. Come on, lead. Off you go. Oh, you need to win the draw. Ugh. Easy day at the office. We like an easy day. Got a 6-month-old puppy bullying, which is a nice refreshing change from severe behavioural issues. Where is William? Why am I a horse missing? Oh, he's down there in the corner. Yeah, it's always nice. As a trainer, my job side of being a trainer, not my personal hobby side, I deal a lot with advanced behavioural stuff. So aggression, human aggression, dog aggression, reactivity, traffic problems, you know, lunging at cyclists, lunging at joggers. Oh, they're on their way back now from their test walk. So yeah, a little 6-month-old bully to have some fun with. It's a lot easier. So they're in for a full day, but I'm gonna advise them to split it into 2 half days, because the dog's 6 months old, doesn't need 6 hours of training in its life right now. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. I'll try and do a little time lapse or something maybe. Alright, that's them guys done. We did it in half a day in the end. Just because the dog's so young, and they'll be able to gain a lot more knowledge from me 3 months from now, when the problems have slightly changed, the dynamics slightly changed, dog's a bit older, you know, finding its feet a bit more. So I thought they'd get more for their money if they saw me again in the future rather than just doing today. So you saw the time lapse, did a bit of training with Khaleesi, I did some heel work, just diaried that. I'm going to start diarying all my sessions again. So what I used to do, I used to document every single session that I did, and I stopped because of laziness. There's no other excuse than that. Yeah, I just got lazy. It is what it is. And now I'm not going to get lazy, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to crack on documenting everything. So my plan now is to do heel work session with Flak. and then a fitness session with them both. And then later on today, I'm gonna do some articles or retrieves or something like that later on in the house. So we'll see how we go. All right, so I'm just thawing out a little bit. Oh, I never showed you the finished tree. Finished tree. We decorated it in a vlog the other day. Just thawing out a bit. I'm gonna get my social media done, and then I'm gonna get out, train Flak, fitness for Khaleesi, fitness for Flak. Not sure what to do for fitness for Flak. Might have a little ball session. I don't want his claw opening back up. It's for all intents and purposes, it's healed. He's been out and trained on the hard surface a couple of times, and it's not done anything. I just don't want him pulling it and ripping it off again, you know, before it's properly healed. Because obviously with healing any wound, human or dog, I assume, you have this period where it seems healed, it looks healed, it's fine, it's not causing any pain or anything, but it's weak. I went through it with my finger. Also, my finger improvement. In fact, let me show you my finger. It's a bit funny. We're not sure if it's growing back or not. Not my finger, the granuloma. So you can see it's dramatically more healed. But it's a little bit raised, and it's got this white border around it. What we're hoping is that it's just excess collagen that will either take care of itself or just stay like that. I'm not really bothered. Well, I'm hoping it's not. You can see it's raised though. It's not great, but it's not as bad as it was. It's livable with. Like at distance it looks not bad at all. Just that bit of swelling, but I don't know if it's just a bit hypertrophic, which means it's just growing a bit. We'll see. So I've just finished doing heel work with Flak, and I just had my phone propped on the windowsill because I couldn't find my tripod, but I have remembered where I put it, I think. So we finished the session, I went to check over the footage, and my phone had died. And I've just finished training Flak, like that, about 15 minutes ago. I went and put my phone on charge to try and see how much of it got filmed, and it must have literally gone flat within the first minute. So, unfortunately, no footage of training Flak, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. What I need to do now is get my tripod, because there's nowhere to lean the camera over in the arena. I also need to find my flirt pole. I'm going to flirt pole him, I think. So I'm going to flirt pole Flak. I'm going to flirt pole Khaleesi, both with weighted collars on. Work on fitness. Also, if you're wondering in the next clip why Flak has a flexi lead on in the arena, it's because, wait there, it's because the arena is full of horse poo. Well, it's not full of it, but it's not been poo picked for a couple of days. And the horses have obviously been living in there. And Flak is rather fond of the old horse poo. So I would like to interrupt any of them behaviours should they appear. Where's your flirt pole, young man? Maybe I'm not flirt poling the dog. For fuck's sake, everything's going wrong today. It just appears to be one of them days. Can't find a flirt pole. I couldn't find my tripod. My battery went flat. I had a great session this morning. Where is it? Where is my flirt pole? And now Khaleesi's like, oh my god, Dad's over there and going in the arena. That means, without doubt, we must be doing something exciting. Because unfortunately, /fortunately, I've built strong associations in my dogs that going in that arena means fun stuff's coming. Not in here, is it? It ain't in here, guys. Don't know what I've done with it. Do not know what I've done with it. The problem with my flirt pole is that it's just a lunge whip with a poo bag on the end, so it's very blends in with the world. Right, okay. Really want it. I'm gonna look for it. Couldn't find the flirt pole. No idea where it's gone. Literally vanished off the face of the earth. However, the end was snapped, so I don't know if someone's put it in the bin because it was on its last legs. So I'm gonna have to go to Iron Horse. Buy a new one, Iron Horse Equine, which is an ideal shop just down the road from me, about 2 miles. Big equine shop. That's where I get all my kennel bedding and stuff from. Right. Weighted collar and ball it is. Plus. And off we go. So, interestingly, you know this thing on the top of Flak's foot? I think I finally realised what it is. Yeah. Loss. Because look, we now have matching ones. I think the pressure source from laying on the hard floor. However, this causes me a ginormous headache here because Flak Bar won't lay on a soft bed. Plus, no matter what I do, he always just moves his bed out, like trashes it out the way. I don't mean trash it as in chews it up, he just moves it. Plus, he moves it and then sleeps on the hard floor, so I'm not sure what to do about that really. I might put a fixed soft bed in. Plus, that might work. Oh, what a headache. But yeah, I'm 99% sure they're pressure sores now because they look the same as the things on his elbows, which most dogs that spend any time outside get. Plus, you just got to look after them a bit. And now he's got one on each foot. And the fact that they're in exactly the same place and they're not causing him any problems suggests to me that that's exactly what they are. Come on, bro. Loss. So we're just gonna have some fun with this, and I'll see you, mate. I'll get thinking about what to do about that. But weird. So weird. The only reason I think they are that is because he often lays. Dude. Finding horse poo. Loss. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good boy. This is why I said he'd be on a flexi league, but obviously I can't put him on one to play this game. Good boy. Come on, here. Good lad. Super. Right, I'm going to enjoy this game with Flak, and we'll see where we're at after this. I'm going to essentially play the same game with Khaleesi. Weighted collar, ball, just to get the cardio system going, really. It's good fun. Also, whilst we're on the topic, if anyone's wondering what this collar is, Loss. Sit. Yeah, you can see it. It's just a weighted collar, so them little blocks all weigh 1 kilo. So it adds, I don't know, 5 or 6 kilos or something to his total body weight, which obviously naturally makes him work harder, which makes him tire quicker. Come on! Which makes him fitter. So when you take the collar off again, Loss. He can move a lot quicker, he's a lot sharper. I really do think they're pressure sores on his feet. Not sure what to do about that. I'm going to have to get my thinking cap on. The DailyGray thinking cap. Thankfully, they don't bother him. They're not. It also explains why they're so damn hard to heal. Loss. Because obviously every time he lays down again, they're just opening up again. He's laying on them. Flaky up! Come on! Don't do it! Oi! Oh, you're having a pee. Okay, no problem. Just stop eating horse shit. I don't mind you eating a little bit, but you go crazy, don't you? Because you're a walking dustbin. Loss. Good. A good boy. Yes. Yeah, so that's the weighted collar, and that's the pressure sores. I don't know for a fact that it's them, but I'm 99.9% sure. I just spoke to JC and she was like, yeah, I remember him laying like that. And Kev, who bred him, also remembers him laying like that. And he still lays like that. So, dude, where are you going? Get your backside over here. Good boy, boss. You're getting tired, aren't you? Off. They're funny old things. But they don't cause him any pain or anything. Which is definitely a good thing, but very strange. Oh, let's look at that claw whilst you're down here. It's looking alright, isn't it, bud? You've not split it again, have you? I'll have a proper check. It looks good. So as always, end of every session, well, any physically straining session, cool the dogs down. So there's no point in just taking him and, throwing him in his kennel or in his box. No, you're not going in there, bud. He's like, go on. Flak, go on. He just needs that. Oh, dude, how clean's that water? Hey, look. Some fresh water. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm not just going to throw him straight in his kennel, straight in his box, straight in his wherever, without giving him a good cool off. So obviously muscles get worked hard, his body gets worked hard. It's important that he gets that time. Bonnie's over there. And then I'm going to stick him in his crate in the house. Or maybe in the trailer, just for 20 minutes while I do Khaleesi, and I'll take them both inside. Pressure sauce, Flak. What we're going to do, mate, 'cause you don't like having a bed. You hate being on a bed, which causes me a dilemma. A large dilemma. You can have a poo. I'd appreciate it if you did, and you might have already had one. So this is literally all I do in a cool down. I let the dog keep moving, keep doing something. He's still got his collar on, but to be fair, he doesn't need it on. In fact, let's take that off, bud. Let's take it off. Let's let you have a mooch, don't we, mate? You've had your poo. There's Khaleesi's from earlier. I need to poopy. There's a poo here, there's a poo over there. There's a poo there. So I've got 3 poos in the yard. Yeah, 3. I'm glad there's not any more. I'd have been annoyed. Come on, Brohim. Yeah, so I think this time is extremely important for dogs. Just to let their bodies recover a little bit. Let them have that. Oh, do you need another drink? Just to let them have that time to recover, just like you would after the gym. You won't go and ham yourselves at the gym and then just stop. Go for that in-between period. You know, a quick stroll on the treadmill, mooch around. Easy exercise. You enjoy that, bud? You love your green ball, don't you? Green ball enthusiast. Lucky. Your boy. Super lucky. Aye. Aye. Right, I think you're about done. Right, one down. Fully cooled off. Away in the trailer. Away in the trailer. Sounds like away in the manger. Yeah, so this is what a weighted collar looks like. It doesn't do anything, it's nothing special, it's just a collar with weights stitched into it. Right, plan now. Exercise Khaleesi. Poo pick the yard. God's pets at home, because I've got no dog food and I've just realised. Because I'm a bad dog owner. So regarding Flak's feet, my current plan, which may or may not work, basically I think that they're getting worse, mainly because I've been attacking them. If they are pressure sores, I've been attacking them completely the wrong way, which is a nightmare. I've been attacking them by trying to dry them out, which obviously, as anybody who's had a callus, they're essentially, for those of you that don't know, pressure sores are basically just the same as calluses on your hands, and then split. So they get too dry. Go on, bog off. They get dry and they split. It's just the way it is. So they need moisturising, they don't need drying out, and I've been trying to dry them out as if they were cuts. So my plan is to have him out of the kennel more and in the trailer more. Off! She's ready to work. In fact, wait there. Out of the kennel more and in the trailer more. Just because there's soft matting in there, it can stretch out a bit more in there. And I know that sounds ridiculous because the kennel is obviously bigger than the trailer, but basically his kennel box is 3x3. The box inside his kennel, you know, his sleeping area. Khaleesi, come. Oh, Loss. Good. Which means he's got to curl up and he's more likely to put his paw under. I'm also going to keep him out of the kennel a bit more, keep him in the trailer a bit more, so probably going to sleep in there overnight, and then I'm just going to have him in the house a bit more, just mainly to see what happens to them. That's obviously not a great permanent solution because I need to just treat him as normal and he prefers being in the kennel to the house. So we'll see what that does as a solution and we'll go from there. I'm also going to rub some Mush's paw wax into them tonight. So like I say, they don't hurt him at all, which is very strange. Adequately warmed up and has her collar on. And now we repeat the process. So we're back to that reality here. We're back to that reality of dog training again, aren't we? But it all looks great when you see a 4-minute clip on a vlog. Oh, Jesus, loss. But it's just this repetition, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in and day out, day in, day out, day in and day out. It's just what it is. It's the nature of the beast. Yeah. Loss. Good. The nature of the beast. Mad repetition. So I just did a with Flak for 40 minutes. Now I've got to stand here with Khaleesi for 40 minutes. And I'm also going to have to probably not vlog anything between now, loss, and getting in the car to go to Pets at Home because my phone's flat again. iPhone for you. And I know there's going to be people in the comments going, oh, you should get a Samsung, you should get this. I like iPhone and I'll always be with iPhone, and I have an Apple MacBook laptop. Loss. I just prefer Apple, even though they're not as good in many ways. But There are a lot of things that I prefer that are not as good, you know, on paper. Loss. I.e. this dog. There was better choices when I bought her, but I like her the most. Come on in. Good girl. I'd like her more if she wasn't currently broken. Loss, you've got your x-rays on Tuesday, haven't you? So they're x-raying all her teeth on Tuesday. Mainly, not even for anything per se, just to look at them, to find out if there is a problem there. Loss, and if there isn't, then it's going to be physio next, and then if my physiotherapist can't find anything, then it'll be MRIs. Loss, if they do find something in her teeth, it might be a case of that my vets will just do it. It might be a case of she'll have to go to a specialist, which will be a referral, which will be a few weeks. Yeah. Come on. You get so tired of this collar, don't you? Loss, this is something else to bear in mind as well. When you've got a weighted collar on your dog, you've got to bear in mind the weight of the dog. So say this is 5 or 6 kilos or whatever it is. Khaleesi's only 20 kilos, so that's a quarter of her weight. Flak's 40 kilos, so it's only an eighth of his weight. Loss, so it affects him far less than it does her. Loss. Good. Go on in. Good girl. Right, on to pets at home we go. That's the current plan. I'm a bit high up in that frame, aren't I? I've just called 2 pets at home stores, one that's local to me, one that's, I don't know, semi-local you could call it, 40 minutes away, to see if they've got a cream called Exmarid, which is for dogs with sore skin. Neither of them have got it, so I've ordered a different cream off Amazon, just to try and organise a game plan, because part of this game, especially with working dogs, any of you who have got working dogs or want to get into working dogs, you're going to have to accept this as part of the game, that you're going to run into problems, you know, with injuries, with your dog's health, well, look at my dogs at the moment. They're both got something wrong with them. Flak's got these things on his feet. His back claw, however, as far as I'm aware, has held up fine today, which is good news. I'm going to check it properly when I get home, you know, once he's chilled out and settled down, so I can have a proper look under the indoor lights. But it seemed fine. There's no signs of blood anywhere, no signs of blood on the facility, so hopefully we're about there with that. I mean, if it has opened up, it's opened up. Just one of them things we went too soon, but I've given it a long time, 2 or 3 weeks. And now he's got these presumed sore spots on the top of his feet from laying on them. Because he's got this really bad habit, basically, instead of laying with his paws flat, he lays like this, you know, like laid over his paw. I mean, which is fine, but he's just a big, heavy Rottweiler. And his little feet, well, big feet, little in comparison to his large, walrusy body, don't do very well with that, clearly, especially on hard ground. So the plan is to get these treated, and then, like I said, more time in the trailer temporarily, more time in the house temporarily, less time in the kennel temporarily, see how we get on. Because if they start fading away, then I know for a fact that they are pressure sores, and we can move forward with them. The problem with them being on his feet is that you can chew them when they get itchy and they're healing over. So, cone of shame for the Flak bar for the foreseeable. Other than that, good sessions. What I wanted to talk about on this drive, which is the title of this vlog, should you feed raw? So the dog training world goes through these phases of, you know, sometimes saying that raw is the best thing ever since sliced bread, and then other times them phases change. Have I got my wallet? Yeah. Them phases change and people have a different opinion on it, and now raw is the devil and it'll make your dog bloodthirsty. So let's dispel some myths. Raw food will not change your dog's behaviour in any significant way. Now, there are very wishy-washy studies to back up that nutrition has an effect on behaviour, and it may well do at some small percentage. However, the vast majority of you won't notice a difference. What it will change, and I will say, raw is no doubt the best food for a dog. There's not really a good argument against that yet, anyway. It's natural food. It's better for them. However, so I feed raw, I don't know, 80% of the time. My dog's currently fed kibble, and they're supplemented kibble. So they get L-carnitine, taurine, Vit-C, Plaquex for the teeth, and blood powder. I think that's it. Oh, and salmon oil. So they get all that with their kibble every day. So they're supplemented kibble. That's what I call it. Kibble with supplements. Now I'm doing that at the moment because we're training a lot and we're about to start traveling a lot and, you know, going to other people's clubs and stuff in the new year, and it's just easier. And that's the reality. Don't let someone make you feel bad for feeding kibble because it's easier. However, pick a good kibble, pick a decent kibble, and accept that raw is better. Raw is always going to be better for your dog. Now, who do you get your raw off? What do you do? So the given ratio is 80-10, 80-10-10. 8% meat, 10% secreting organ, 10% bone. You don't have to get too stuck on that. You don't have to weigh every single meal. You don't have to weigh everything all the time and make sure everything's perfect. You just need this as an all-round balanced diet, you know, across the week, across the month, across the whatever. There are days when I'm feeding raw, if I'm feeding DIY, which is where you make them percentages of yourself. If I look at my dog's poo and it's got a lot of bone content in it, I'll just feed organ. That's all we'll get that day, and that's fine. They'll be fine. You just don't be doing that day in and day out. So don't get too wound up on the percentages, but do take them into consideration and do understand that that is the percentage you have to go off. Now, 80-10-10 for Khaleesi is fine. 8-10-10 for Flak isn't enough bone. He needs a bit more bone. His poos are still a bit runny. So what I tend to do when I'm feeding raw is feed based on the dog's poo. If it's very runny, I'll chuck more bone in. If it's very hard and white and calcified, then I'll chuck more organ in. And that's literally how I play it. Now, should you feed DIY or complete? 9 times out of 10, people are going to find it a lot easier to feed complete. Even if it's not the exact right ratio, it's going to be a lot closer than somebody brand new to the game guessing. However, there are multiple raw feeding sites on Facebook, groups that'll help you a lot. There's loads to do. So raw's better, raw's ideal, raw's always going to win. However, not always practical, not always good for people's lifestyles. Some dogs don't get on with it, that's fine. Feed kibble, but feed a good quality kibble. I have 3 go-to kibbles. Wellness Core, best bang for buck, generally what my dogs are fed. Origin, love it. And Millie's Wolf Heart, love it. All awesome foods. There's currently studies out to say that grain-free foods, which all 3 of them are now attributing to dilated cardiomyopathy. The studies around that are a bit weak. But when Khaleesi was diagnosed, I took her straight off and put her straight back onto raw, just because I thought in case it's, you know, an issue, I'd rather be on the right side of it. So that's kind of my stance on raw and where I'm at with raw, and, you know, kind of where you should probably be at. Raw is a better food. It's not always practical. Feed a good kibble if you can't feed raw. Just don't feed a shit kibble. Bakers, Wag, insert other shit brand here, Pedigree Chum. Basically, the problem in the canine nutrition world is, by law, they don't have to announce any carbohydrates. So add up everything that's on the back of your food, add 4% for moisture and 4% for ash to be very generous, and what's left is carbohydrates. You do that in something like Bakers, well over 50% carbohydrates, which essentially is sugars. A carbohydrate's a complex form of sugar. It's a long chain of sugar. If you break it down to molecular structure, in much the same way that protein is a complex version of amino acids. So there's a lot going into dog nutrition, and I think the vast majority of people just need to feed a decent food, whatever that may be for their lifestyle, whether it's a good kibble or a good raw. I don't think for the vast majority of people it's going to make that much difference. When you're playing at the top end of competition, sure, look into it a lot more. And it's why I'm looking into it more now, in the view of how do I squeeze another 5% out of these dogs' performance. Is it doing anything? No idea. Does it make me feel better? Yes. So that's that. So if you want to feed raw, feed raw. If you don't, feed a good kibble. That's kind of it. Feeding time at the zoo. Okay, straight to the door. Don't care less that I exist right now, because they know damn well what's coming. Hello, Muppets. They're both like, let me in, Dad. Patience. Here, fuss. Here, fuss. Flexen. Life.